favorite people doing today? A pleasant good evening to everyone. For all those who are tuning in for the first time, I want to welcome you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And today we're going to be sharing a recipe with you guys for banana bread made with no flour and no sugar. And this is made with oats, oatmeal flour, and dates as the sweetener. So guys, we are in for a treat. Sometimes we have to explore and try different things, but this is an amazing recipe, good for breakfast, for a snack. You can have it just before bedtime with a cup of tea. So it's a very delicious recipe. So let's get started, guys. For the banana bread made of oat flour, here we have the flour, 3.5 cups. We took raw oats and blended up into powder, and that's what we're gonna use here. And we're adding dates for sweetness. So we're not gonna add any sugar in this oatmeal banana bread. And the dates and the banana by itself is so sweet, so it's gonna add that natural sweetness to this banana bread. And trust me guys, it is actually beautiful without the sugar. We're gonna add 1.5 cup of chopped dates, and we are already at the 1/2 cup, so now I'm adding the other cup. And we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of baking powder because we want this to be nice and fluffy. So I'm gonna add my 2 teaspoons of baking powder now. And for all those who can't have flour or gluten, you can make this with the gluten-free oatmeal as well, and it's perfect for those who cannot have gluten. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I'm gonna add some cinnamon, ground cinnamon, and I'm gonna add about 1 teaspoon because that's gonna enhance the flavor of this banana bread. So 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. This is smelling really good. This is cinnamon that my husband ground for me from the sticks. And then we're gonna grate about 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg into here, and this is gonna add another depth of rich flavor. And I'm grating it right now over the dry ingredients, so just about 1/2 teaspoon. And then this is it for the dry ingredients. So if you look on the top here, you can see all that grated nutmeg, and it smells so good, like I'm baking some fancy cake or something. So this is it for the dry ingredients. We're gonna mix this up, and this here is gonna add that really nice chewy sweet kind of texture with the date. In the oatmeal banana bread, I'm gonna be adding walnuts into 1/2 of the banana bread because the kids don't like their banana bread with nuts. So I'm gonna do 1/2 with nuts and 1/2 without nuts. So I'll break these 5 walnuts, and that'll be just enough for the amount that we need for 1/2. So here I have the bananas, and when your bananas are getting like brown, guys, this is the best way of making banana bread or smoothies or ice cream or something like that. Don't throw them out. You can make so much with your banana when it looks like this. So for these 3, I have so many now that's ripened, and I'm not gonna pour them. That's why we're making this banana bread, and this is a regular thing in our house. So you see, even this one look black, it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna use these 4 small ones for the banana bread tonight, and these 3 extra one, I'm not gonna let them get more brown than this. So I'm gonna cut these up and put them in the freezer, in a freezer bag, so I can use it for a smoothie, a milkshake, or ice cream or something one day when we feel like having something and you don't have banana. This is gonna be ready and good to go. So I'm just showing you guys, don't throw your bananas when they're like that. They're very good, and in that way you don't have to add sugar to any thing, because the banana will be so sweet that you don't have to add any sugar to it. Even though it have some brown spot, that's still fine. So I'm gonna peel these ones, put them in this bowl. I'm gonna roughly mash them with my fork, and I will have it, this is what we're gonna use tonight. If you have really big bananas, you don't have to use 4 of them, but these ones are not too big. So I'm just gonna peel all of them and then mash them and show you guys. So now I'm gonna just mash them up. I already peeled all 4. And then the more banana you put, the nicer flavor it's gonna have and the sweeter taste your banana bread is gonna be. So no big deal if it's too much. And I'll show you guys what I do with my bananas when I'm freezing them. The other 3 I'll show you guys after this when I put the banana in the banana bread in the oven. I'll show you how I freeze them to make a smoothie or a milkshake or the ice cream. And you can just pull it out when you feel like making one of those, quick to go or for the family, and it's gonna be nice and ready. So for the wet ingredients, I'm gonna add 2 eggs, and I'm mixing this separate before I add it to the dry ingredients. And we will mix this along with the bananas before I put them in, but I would like to take out these obstacles that are in here before I start mixing. And let me get everything out and then we'll start doing that process. I don't like to have this in my banana bread. And then there's another one here. So I just start my oven. We're gonna cook it in a 350-degree oven for about half an hour. So I'm gonna beat this up a little before I add the rest of the ingredients. And we're gonna add a cup of almond milk. Any milk can do. So 1 cup of almond milk, and then I'll mix this up a little. And we're gonna add, oops, let me put the spoon properly. So now I'm gonna add my vanilla. I just have to get this, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And there you go, in like that. So vanilla is in. And then we're gonna add half a cup of coconut oil, but butter can work, melted butter can work as well. So if you don't have coconut oil, don't sweat, just use the melted butter, that's fine. We like to use coconut oil in ours. So we're gonna add our coconut oil right in here into the wet ingredients. And then we'll give this a little mix. And then now we're gonna add this to our mashed bananas, and I'm gonna get that. So in you go with the wet the banana and milk, egg, vanilla, and all that in here. Get everything in there, and then I'm gonna give this a mix. So that's banana and all the liquid goodness mixing up a little. You don't have to mix too much because we're gonna mix it up with the dry ingredients anyways. So now I'm putting in the wet ingredients into the dry. And there you go, and we'll just mix everything in together. Wet and dry ingredients. It looks like a lot, but it's actually a nice amount. So I'm gonna mix, mix, mix. No special way of mixing, and you can see the chunks of dates. You can cut your dates finer into finer pieces if you like, but we did it this size, and when you bite into the banana bread, you get those nice chunks of dates in here. You can add any fruit of your dried fruits of your choice. Raisin can work well, dates, prunes, and you can get whatever you like. And even cranberry goes nice in here as well. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna get my loaf pan, and to pour this out. And then I have my walnuts, the 5 walnuts that I break. We're gonna add it into 1/2 of the loaf, the banana bread, and the other half we're gonna make plain because the kids don't like nuts in theirs. So we line the loaf pan with parchment paper, and now we put some already, because what I want to do, I want to add some of that nuts that I break up into halfway in of the banana bread, and the rest of it I'm going to put right on the top, so it's going to be like in the bottom, in the middle, and right in the top, all over equally. And I'm going to just pour the rest of the batter in here. And I just want to get everything out. Everything is in the pan, the baking dish. We're just shaking it down a little to level it up. And we're going to put the rest of the nuts on top of this half. Yep, the rest of the nut is going in now. And this is going to be the crunchy nut part, which is my favorite. We're using walnuts. You can, what other kind of nuts you can use for this? You can use some almonds, you can use some peanuts or pine nuts. It's any kind of nuts and of your choice. And now at the top of it, we're just going to sprinkle it with some oats, some whole oats. And this is when it finishes, it's going to look so beautiful with the whole oats on the top. And that's what makes it different from regular flour banana bread, because this tells that it's made with oatmeal. Look at that, guys. Isn't that beautiful? It is beautiful. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is just press down these walnuts just in case if they don't go down. I don't want them to burn on the top. So again, this is my husband's recipe. He likes to do some baking stuff, and he likes to do the stuff that's no sugar added or made out of oatmeal or something like that. So I'm just basically the camera person today, or the one who is just helping out, assisting. I'm the sous chef today. So we're gonna, our oven is ready at 350 degrees. We're gonna pop this into the oven about 30 to 35 minutes. We're gonna take it out and show you guys what a beautiful banana bread made of oatmeal look like. So while we're waiting for the banana bread to cook, I'm just gonna show you guys quickly what we do with our ripened bananas. And when I have these brown spots, it is the perfect sweetened ripe banana to make your smoothies or your banana bread or anything, milkshake, ice cream, whatever. So tonight, because I have these extra one and we're already making banana bread tonight, which is gonna last us a few days, I just wanna save these in the freezer. So I'm gonna peel them, and then I'm gonna cut them into rings like that, not more thicker than these, and then I will freeze them. But before I freeze them, for them not to clump up, I like to put them on a parchment paper. So I'm gonna put them here on the parchment paper, so they don't, if I put it in a bag or a bowl, they will start clump up together. And I'm gonna freeze them for a little bit, and when it's slightly frozen, I'll take them out, and then I will put them in a bag or a bowl, and that way they won't stick together. And when I'm ready to make something else, I'll just take them out the freezer and make a nice dessert one day. So I will probably find something in coming up soon to show you guys what we will do with this frozen banana. But for now, this is how we take care of our ripened bananas. So here is my 3 ripened bananas cut up. I have them on parchment paper so they don't stick. I'm gonna pop them in our freezer until the banana bread is done. Then I'm gonna transfer them in a Ziploc bag, leave it in the freezer. When you're ready to make some kind of dessert that you can use frozen banana with, it will be handy and you don't have to prep and wait. So I'm gonna show you guys that, because there's so many things we can do with our ripened bananas, and sometimes we just throw them out because we think, oh, we can't use this because it's already too ripe. But don't throw your ripe banana, guys. This is the best way to use it in a dessert, and you don't have to add sugar. So here is my bananas that I had on the parchment paper in the freezer. I took them out as soon as it was slightly frozen, and I have them here so they're not sticking together. If you look, they're all separate and apart, and this is gonna come in handy one day when I want to make something quick and I don't have time to freeze bananas. This is always handy. So please guys, do not throw out your ripe bananas, because you can make so much with your ripe bananas. If you're a banana lovers, you probably know this trick already, but banana is great for a smoothie, for an ice cream, a milkshake, a healthy snack, and it's very nutritious for your body. So just thought I would share this with everyone. Here is that beautiful oatmeal banana bread, and you can see the nuts here and everything. There's a crack in it, but that's fine. I have to let it cool off before I cut it, and it took about 35 minutes. And what we usually do, we would turn the oven off and leave it inside so it can the heat can continue to cook what's left to cook. So actually, if you take it out the oven about 30 to 35 minutes, it's going to be a little bit wet inside. So we usually turn the oven off and leave it inside to cook properly. But it is beautiful. Look at that, those oats on the top and the nuts. I can't wait to dig in, but I'll let it cool down, because when you cut this hot, it usually crumbles, and I want to get a nice slice to show you guys, so I will cut it when it's cold off. So guys, here is that beautiful banana bread. A piece of it is gone. And look here with the nuts. I can't wait to dig in. I'm just going to take it out and show you guys how easy it is to get out when you bake it in this parchment paper. So you just lift it out like that, and you see how clean the pan is. And then you just lift it off from here, and that's all it is. And look at that, how beautiful and how nicely it is baked. I'm gonna cut it and show how nice it is on the inside. I can't wait. And then you just want to make nice cuts. Matthew, you can show in here. Yeah, look how beautiful it is in the inside. This is on the dark spot. These are the dates, and we have them all over. And the dates is what's gonna give this the sweetness. It's smelling so good. Matthew, how was the smell?
It smells pretty nice.
I couldn't cut it when it was hot because it will crumble. So now is the best time to cut this when it's cold, completely cold. And look at the inside. Oh my God. Those dates pieces is my favorite. So what I want to do, I'm going to cut I'm going to cut it until I reach to the nuts, because the nuts is where I'm going to take my piece. I know which piece you're going to have, Matthew. Are you going to have a piece with the nuts or just this part here?
This part.
Guys, and it's so moist inside. Like we always take it off, turn the oven off 30-35 minutes, and the inside you leave it to continue cooking in the oven when you turn it off, and it comes out very nice and moist. Rather than cooking it for 45 minutes or so, it gets dry. So that's another tip that we do when we're making this banana bread. And this is a very healthy banana bread, no wheat flour. This is made with oatmeal flour and no sugar. So it's a very healthy and nutritious. There is dates, their oatmeal is very filling, and there is nuts in here. You can put any nuts of your choice, plus, so I'm gonna go as far as that, and you can put any kind of nuts of your choice. Wow, this will be my piece. And you can also put any kind of fruits of your dried fruits of your choice. So you can make it the best way you like, but this is a very healthy, there's all healthy ingredients in here. So I'm gonna taste and let you guys know how this tastes. So guys, I have a slice here with some butter. I like mine with butter. And here on this side here, you can see there's nuts. I picked piece with walnuts because that's my favorite part. And I'm gonna have this with a cup of mint tea, and I have my mint tea here, and this is nice just before you go to bed. And I have the rest of it here, and if you look, it's so nice and so moist, and you can see those dates. It's really, really a good thing. My butter is melting, and this is how I like it. So I'm just gonna cut a little piece here. And for all those who are banana lovers, you will really, really like this. And let me know in the comment what you think about this recipe, what you would like me to make next. If you like this recipe, please give me a thumbs up. This bite is for all my viewers and all my subscribers. Cheers, guys. So soft. I bite into a piece of the dates, and that's my favorite part because it's so nice and soft and very, very delicious. I'm gonna try a piece with the nuts now, because I have my walnuts in here. And guys, eating this when it's nice and warm with some melted butter is so satisfying. So cheers, guys. And no sugar, make it even better. You can do so much with oatmeal. I wish you guys can taste this. It's amazing, delicious, hearty, and healthy. So until then, if you haven't subscribed yet, you only have to subscribe to one video. So you guys stay blessed. Have a great evening. Bye for now.